Hello students, how are you doing? All of you are in the best of your health. So, did you watch the previous video? Did you understand the concepts? I have not seen any comments, so I am assuming that all of you have understood everything. Is that true? Okay, whether or not it is true, that's what I can assume unless you comment. In this video, we'll talk more about irrational numbers now. What all had we seen? We had seen that the decimal numbers can be of two types. Do you remember that? Decimal number are of two types: terminating. Any example of terminating rational number? Like 1.2, 7.914. All these terminate after some point. And another was non-terminating, which does not terminate at all. Like 0.3, 3 is repeating. 0.14, both 14 is repeating. Or 0.253, only 3 is repeating here. Any number like that is non-terminating. Non-terminating is again of two types: recurring and non-recurring. Recurring are the numbers which we have written above, which has some repeating pattern, and another is non-recurring. I'll write it on the left side here. Non-recurring, which has no fixed pattern, like 1.2357982, some number which has no pattern at all. That is a non-recurring number. Now, seeing a decimal number, we can say whether the number is rational or not. Rational number has to be in the form p by q. But if you see the decimal number, can you decide whether you can get the p by q form or not? Of course, you can decide. Terminating is a rational number. Non-terminating is a rational number. Recurring, recurring is a rational number. Non-recurring is not a rational number. Non-recurring is irrational number. Isn't it? We have seen how to convert the numbers into decimals, or how to convert the decimal into rational. Any number, take any number like 7.914. 7.914. How can we convert it into p by q form? Just divide it by 1000 and remove this decimal. 7914 divided by 1000. This is the p by q form, isn't it? And for non-terminating also, we have seen the process how to convert it into p by q form. Remember it all? Okay. Now let's come to the theorem. With this background, we are in a position now to talk about this theorem 1.3 of the NCERT textbook. It's a very interesting theorem. Very interesting theorem. It establishes a relation between decimal number and its corresponding rational number. Some relationship is established between rational number means p by q form, rational p by q form, and decimal form. There is a relationship between these two forms, both ways. Any relationship cannot be one-sided, it has to be both ways. So in this theorem, we are talking about rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Which kind of decimal number is it? Terminating decimal number. If it is a terminating decimal number, there is some relation between the p by q form and the decimal form. Now, what does this theorem say? Let's read it. X is the rational number. Let x be the rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. So then x can be expressed in p by q form. Of course, it can be expressed. There's nothing to tell about that. Where p and q are coprime, yes, p by q form, p and q can be coprime. What's new in this? Okay, now the new part is from here. The prime factorization of q is of the form 2 to the power n multiplied by 5 to the power m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Okay, first, do you understand this part? In this p by q form, we can always factorize both p and q, factorizing the prime factors. Now, this q will be equal to 2 to the power something into 5 to the power something. Sorry, 2 to the power n. 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. Now see, we have not converted the decimal number into rational form, p by q form. We have not yet converted. Still, we are able to tell that q has a prime factorization like this. It will have 2 and 5 only. Nothing else can appear in the prime factorization of q, provided p by q is in the co-prime form, simplest form. Can you guess why does it happen so? Okay, the proof is not taught in our syllabus. We'll not try to get into the proof, but it's very simple, straightforward. You can see it. Can you guess why? Let me make some space on the screen. Let's take an example. We'll talk with examples. Let's take our number is 7.914 as we had written. How will we convert it into p by q form? We can write it 7914 divided by 1000. Now this 1000 can be written as what? Factorize it. 10 cube. This 10 cube can be written as 2 cube into 5 cube. Now this is not in the simplest form as said. This p by q form is not simplest as yet. But when we simplify, we will cancel out either 2 or 5. We cannot cancel out anything. So we can cancel out 2 or 5, but nothing else can appear in the denominator. Can anything else appear in the denominator? No. All the prime numbers are there now, and we can just cancel out the prime numbers. Miraculously, no prime number can appear in the denominator. There can be no miracle. Just that we can cancel out some of these. So the power of 2 can reduce from 3, it will go down to some place. Power of 5 can also go down. And it can go maximum to 0. It cannot go beyond 0. We can cancel out all the 5s. We can cancel out all the 3s. So the power can go on reducing, but it cannot go less than 0. So that's why it says m and m are non-negative integers. Means they are integers. They cannot be anything other than integer, and they cannot be negative also. They have to be positive or they can be 0. At max they can be 0. So does it make sense? Was it so complicated? No, it's simple. Okay, let's take one more example. Maybe it happens only for 7.914. Maybe it does not happen for any other number. Give any complicated number. 7.39. Okay, why 7 point? Take some other number. 91.320198. That's a complicated number. At least looks to be. So what can we write here? 91.320.198. And this is divided by how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 followed by 6 zeros. So that can be written as 10 to the power 6. This can be written as 2 to the power 6 into 5 to the power 6. And whatever is there in the numerator, we can cancel some of these powers. Power इसका कुछ कम हो सकता है, cancel होगा, कुछ power कम हो जाएगा. But 3 cannot appear in the denominator. Any other number cannot appear for that matter. Only 2 and 5 will remain in the denominator. है ना? ऐसा ही होगा ना? Okay, let's take one general example now. Let's take some more general example. Let's try to understand with that. Let's say we have the number something like this: a point b c d e f g h till wherever it goes. And let's say it ends in z. Let's say it goes all the way to z. So there are how many decimal places? 25 decimal places, isn't it? Now we have to convert it into p by q form. So how will you convert it into p by q form? This all a b c d e f g h are all numbers between 0 to 9. These are all numbers between 0 to 9. So when we convert it into p by q form, we'll get a b c d blah 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 up to z divided by, there are 25 decimal places, so we have to divide it by 10 to the power 25. As simple as that. Now see, there's only 10 to the power 25 in the denominator. So again there is 2 and there is 5 and nothing else. Isn't it? Denominator has 2 into 5 to the power 25. Now if everything is also cancelled out in the denominator, what will remain? We will be left with 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 0. ठीक है ना? It says that only 2 and 5 will remain in the denominator and nothing else can appear in the denominator. Okay, सिंपल है. अब तो सिंपल है. अभी भी समझ में नहीं आया तो कैन कमेंट मी, ask me in the comment section. Okay, before seeing the examples now, we'll see all the examples at once. Let's see, there are two more theorems, very similar theorems, एक जैसे हैं सारे. Let's see that, finish off with them and then we'll move to the examples. Theorem 1.6 says, let x equal to p by q is a rational number such that prime factorization of q is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m, where m and n are non-negative integers. All the things that were given in the previous theorem, it has been reversed now. Then x has a decimal expansion that terminates. ये कैसे होगा? ठीक वैसे ही जैसा पहले हुआ था. Let's take the sum number. Numerator has x, we don't know what is the numerator. Denominator has 2 to the power something, let's say 5 into 5 to the power, let's say 1. ठीक है? Now we have to convert this into decimal. तुम देखो 2 और 5 के पावर में कितना डिफरेंस है? पावर 4 का डिफरेंस है. If we multiply this by 5 to the power 4 and ऊपर भी 5 to the power 4 से multiply करना होगा. So what do we get now? 5 to the power 4 multiplied by x divided by 2 to the power 5 into 5 to the power 5. यही आएगा ना? That is equal to 5 to the power 4 multiplied by x, और नीचे क्या आ जाएगा? 10 to the power 5. Decimal expansion आ गया जो terminate हो जाएगा. Decimal will have 5. The number will have 5 number decimal places. 5 digits after the decimal. हो गया सर? Let's take one more example. Let's say number a divided by 5 to the power 9. There is no 2 in the denominator. कोई बात नहीं है. We have to convert it into p by q form. No, sorry, decimal form. And we need to assure ourselves, we need to convince ourselves that there will be a terminating decimal number. How will you prove that? Very simple. Again, multiply it by 2 to the power 9. 2 to the power 9 and here also 2 to the power 9. What do you get now? 2 to the power 9 multiplied by a divided by 10 to the power 9. ठीक है ना? आगे ना डेसिमल के बाद 9 डिजिट्स होंगी और कुछ नहीं हो सकता है डेसिमल के बाद. As simple as that. तो दोनों तरीके से होता है. If you have a terminating decimal, you convert it into p by q form. Q will have only 2 and 5s. Power चाहे जो भी हो. Denominator will have only 2 and 5 in the prime factors. Otherwise, अगर कोई number p by q form में दिया हुआ है, if at all you have a number in the form p by q and q has only 2s and 5 in the prime factorization, then you can convert it into a decimal number and that decimal number will be terminating. As simple as that. दोनों साइड से होगा. इट कैन नॉट बी वन वे रिलेशनशिप. जब नंबर है, दोनों नंबर जब बराबर है तो दोनों तरफ से सेम रिलेशन आना चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग ओवर हियर. ठीक है? लेट्स क्विकली सी थ्योरम 1.7. let p equal to q, let x equal to p by q where p and q are co-primes. देखो हमेशा जब भी p by q के फॉर्म में लाएंगे we have to do this p and q are co-primes, because अगर दोनों co-prime नहीं होंगे everything will fall. पूरी इमारत जो बनी है ना इसकी, इसी के ऊपर है कि पी और क्यू कोप्राइम है। इमारत के नीचे में अगर दोनों कोप्राइम नहीं रहेंगे ना तो कहानी खत्म, सब गिर जाएगा। So let x is a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is not of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n। अगर ये फॉर्म नहीं है, ठीक है ना, that's not the form where m and n are non-negative integers as expected, then x has a decimal expansion that is non-terminating repeating। ठीक है, आप समझ में आ रहे हैं? अगर 2 और 5 नहीं है डिनोमिनेटर में तो डेसिमल में कन्वर्ट जब करेंगे तो टर्मिनेट हो नहीं सकता है, टर्मिनेट नहीं होगा तो नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग होगा, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग होगा, एंड बिकॉज इट इज नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग इट हैज टू बी रेकरिंग, बिकॉज अगर नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग हो गया और रेकरिंग नहीं हुआ, इन दैट केस व्हाट विल हैपन, द नंबर विल बी इरैशनल, नंबर इरैशनल हो जाएगा ना, तो ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता है। तो समझ में आ रही है बात? इफ वी हैव अ नंबर p by q, yes, p and q both are in the co-prime form, then prime factorization of q has only 2 and 5 power whatever can be m and n, q is equal to like this, sorry, not equal to this, q is not like this, in that case the decimal expansion will be non-terminating, it cannot end at any place, कभी भी एंड नहीं हो सकता है, क्योंकि अगर कहीं भी एंड हो जाता तब तो फिर हमें इस फॉर्म में मिल जाता ना क्यूब फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस थ्योरम। अगर कहीं भी डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन टर्मिनेट हो जाता देन वी कुड हैव रिवर्स्ड इट, उल्टा चला करके हम लोग आ जाते पी बाई क्यू फॉर्म पे, हो जाता है ना ऐसा। तो ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, टर्मिनेटिंग हो नहीं सकता है, होना पड़ेगा उसको नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग, एंड व्हेन इट हैज टू बी नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग इट कैनॉट बी नॉन रेकरिंग। नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग होगा, देखो नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग दो तरह के होते थे, याद है? टर्मिनेटिंग नहीं होगा, यहां तक तो क्लियर हो गया। नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग अब दो तरह के थे, रेकरिंग थे और दूसरा किस तरह के थे, नॉन रेकरिंग। नॉन रेकरिंग तो हो जाते थे इरैशनल, तो इधर भी नहीं जा सकते हैं। देखो एकदम कॉमन सेंस से मिल जाता है, नॉन रेकरिंग हो नहीं, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग हो नहीं सकता है, क्योंकि नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग अगर टर्मिनेटिंग अगर हो जाता तो पिछला थ्योरम लग जाता, पिछला थ्योरम लग नहीं रहा है क्योंकि वो नॉन टर्म 2 और 5 नहीं है डिनोमिनेटर में, पिछला नहीं लगा है तो नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग नहीं हो सकता, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग होगा। नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग होगा उसमें रेकरिंग और नॉन रेकरिंग दोनों हो सकते हैं, लेकिन रेकरिंग होगा, क्योंकि नॉन रेकरिंग अगर हो जाता तब तो फिर वो इरैशनल नंबर बन जाता, नंबर ही बदल जाता, नंबर कुड नॉट हैव बीन रैशनल दैट मींस। ठीक है, those are the three theorems. Now in theorems के ऊपर we will talk about the examples, exercise 1.4 of the NCERT textbook, and there are 3 questions in the NCERT textbook. We will discuss these questions in the coming video. Okay, thank you.